As we mentioned earlier, in order to make this happen, you have to have a high level of embryonic breathing. That means your mind, you're able to store the qi and you can manifest it by leading the qi efficiently. Okay, then that means the mind has to be focused and strong. Then after that, there's a two ways of the self-grand secretion training. One way you lead the qi and manifest it. That means the qi doesn't return back to your body. That means the same thing, we strike your opponent, you strike it, the energy going out. That means you're spending the energy. The other way is called self-cultivations. That means you bring the qi back to your dantian and continue build up and continue use the qi to circulate and continue build up the qi level to higher and higher. So second one, the self-practice is so important because to give you a foundation. And in this case, you can continue practice grand circulation. But the first one, you manifest it. So the first one, this one later, you're going to see some disciples going to perform that and help you understand. Eventually, you do any forms in the martial arts, you are using the grand circulations. But they do have some basic training. That's why you can train the grand circulation from the simple way until you can become a habit. Okay, now self-grand circulation, practice by yourself. You can be standing, you can be sit down. The important part is, remember, this is where the belly button, 1 inch underneath it, that's called yin jiao. Yin jiao, that's where the cavities, the access to your dantian. So because the reason Lao Gong is where the energy comes through Lao Gong, and the whole Lao Gong, you can penetrate, connect it to the dantian again. That means you build up the circuit and return back. So when you do this one, this is called Nei Gong, internal Lao Gong. This one, external Lao Gong. All these Lao Gong you have to line up. When they line up and line up with the yin jiao, so of course with the cross it's not as good. So the best way of training is you can stand in, you can any position. The hands on the bottom and this one on the top. Of course, if you don't have any restraint, it's the best. So when you do this one, you can see I lead the qi in, inhale, I open the Mingmen, and lead the qi up to Da Zui, and exhale. When I exhale, go to my Lao Gong. And once you go to Lao Gong, I inhale, lead the qi inward to my dantian, and again lead it up to Da Zui, and exhale to my Lao Gong, and now lead it in. It's just only 2 times. I start feel warm because I feel the energy gets stronger and stronger. See? So this one you can practice by yourself. If I explain it to you, because now you cannot see quite clear when I do this, okay, I need a partner. So, okay, remember we talk about belly button, that's where the dantian. Okay, then put your hands here, and then both hands, because the energy is going to build back. Okay, if you look at this side, that's it. The energy is going to build this side back from here and go through the dantian and come back to the Mingmen and coming up again. So that means when you inhale, lead the qi up. Okay, go this side a little bit, you get the idea. Okay, inhale, going up here. Now open the Mingmen. Okay, good, up. Now you exhale, go to here, go to Lao Gong, and inhale again, lead it back to the Mingmen, and then lead it up again. And see, this one become cross orbit. This orbit is come back, energy come back, and continue to build up stronger and stronger. Okay, thank you. So this is a very simple exercise, because this kind of energy, you don't waste it, you don't loosen it, because it continue coming back. But another exercise, for example, this kind of exercise, that you're going to see. This kind of exercise, you can see I lead the qi out from grand circulation, it keep going out. That's means you're spending it. So you want to build qi stronger, self-grand circulation. It's supposed to practice in the morning in the meditations. Okay, and then you can sit down as well. If I try to stand forward, you can see, very simple. I just put my hand inside, I can feel it. Then from there, the tongue always touches the palate of your mouth because to build up the yin and yang connection between conceptual vessel and governing vessel. So from here you inhale, reach the 大椎, exhale. Follow the arms, go to the Nei Gong, the center of your palms, and then lead in, inhale. Now open the movement and go lead the chi up to 大椎, now exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, if I turn sideways, you can see my spine movement is much easier, and to give you an idea. Okay, you watch again. Okay, now inhale. Exhale. Remember, torso remain relaxed. Okay, if I try to exaggerate a little bit, then you can see my body movements easier. But remember, I exaggerate. When you practice, you try to get a small scale, and at the same time try to relax as much as possible. See, now I exaggerate. This is the body structure. Let me inhale and exhale. Yeah, when you make it too big like that, actually, you make it big, that means muscle is more tense. That's because reason you want to remain small motions, at the same time body relax, then that means your mind can lead the chi stronger. Because when you're more tense, that means no more stagnations. Okay, so from this kind of practice, you can sit there and practice for a long time until you feel body so warm, so nicely. If you can build the body so warm, so nicely, then you can apply that in the turtle shell breathing. Remember we talk about turtle shell breathing? You don't lead the chi to the arms, all you do is lead the chi to the 大椎, from there expand it. So entire body follow the rib cage, they're going this way. That is the foundations. Okay, then because this training is so important in martial art training, in the monastery, in the Shaolin temple, or in a lot of style, then they train with partner. Because when you train with a partner, you use each other's ease to help each other to build up the chi to higher levels. That kind of achievement is much higher than you practice by yourself. Because you see, one energy goes this way, another energy comes with you, it's become double. That kind of energy can be so strong. Okay, so usually in the Shaolin temple, whatever in ancient time they practice, actually there's no cross on the top. So in this case, the body can really touch each other. And when body touch each other, the hand can go overlap here. Okay, I'm just trying to show you some example, and you get idea. If you can find a partner you can practice with, then you can enhance the grand circulation much faster. Okay, next let me try to explain to you how you can practice this martial grand circulation with a partner. Of course, you have to find a partner is open mind, and you feel so close because you are really touch each other. And when you touch each other, you have to feel comfortable. Anything you feel uncomfortable, your subconscious might block the chi circulation. So your mind has to be comfortable, and it can enjoy the chi to build up together. Okay, so partner is always the most important. In China, we say you train Qigong to become high level Qigong, to achieve high levels. You need 4 things. What's the first thing? You need money. Without money, you don't have time. You'll be busy making money. Second one, you need a place. Do you have a place? Have a good feng shui, have good qi. The third one, you need time. Do you have a time? Okay, number 4, do you have a partner? Because without these 4 things, then it's very hard to reach high levels. Partner is so important, crucial key in the Chinese Qigong practice. They call 双修, dual cultivations. You practice with partner. Yeah. But again, because they train in the monastery, so in this kind of in the monastery, the sex is not the issue. Because they don't talk about sex. Then sex is not existing. So because the reason everyone is so frank to each other, no mask. So, but question in this one, try to use it in a layman society. If you're uncomfortable, your subconscious mind is going to block it. Okay, now let's try to see how you train. So you can find a partner, it'd be good to train with. If you cannot find a partner, then you practice by yourself. Okay, now I've used a Havo and Enrico. All right, from here you can see Havo's, the front side, try to touch the back side of Enrico's. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, without the cross would be the best, because without the installations, because with the cross with the installations. Okay, but if you feel uncomfortable, then it's not going to happen. Okay, then not only that, because the Havo's in jiao and Enrico's Mingmen should line up, because this line up will build the circulations. Because eventually you can see the qi come from here, penetrate here, and going up here, and go through arms, and go to these arms, and go back to here. All right. So from this side you can see the front side. Right hand of Havo is going to touch. Nei Gong is going to touch his dantian. Left hand is going to overlap. And this one is again Nei Gong line up, Nei Gong line up. Okay, now you can see this build the cross circuit. Okay, so from doing that, you can see the energy start, both energy start flow. Okay, now inhale, underlead it. Now exhale, go to there. Yeah, you open the Mingmen. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, there you can see, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Okay, so thank you. So this just give you an idea. Yeah. If you can find a partner, it's great. If you cannot find a partner, then you just don't practice. Yeah, because today's one way is a modern life, is more liberal, but the other way is more conservative in many ways. Okay, let's come to part 4, the application of Nei Gong. Okay, you got all the theory, you got all the basic drill. Now, question: how do I apply that into the martial arts training? Okay, that's become the important keys now. See, how can I manifest it in some special skill? For example, Tiger Claw, the way they train is different from Eagle Claw. Eagle Claw, they train is different from White Current, because every style they have a different emphasis. And where they want to manifest the power is to use a different part of the body. So because the reason, it depends on which styles. So that means for this kind of Nei Gong application, can be so many, depends on every style. So that means when you have so much time, what is your priorities? That's why you look at Chinese Nei Gong training, there's no one person that can master all the Nei Gong training. They usually their expertise only few things, because it takes them already 20 years to get the levels to high levels. Okay, so we talk about the qi. Qi can build up, it takes time to build up. Then the same thing, you have to understand, qi is energy. You have to condition the body. So the body, do you have the machine? Can you condition the machine strong enough to manifest the power you wish to demonstrate? So that's become the crucial keys. So in this case, you talk about when you fight, what are you training for fighting? The skill, strength, speed, or endurance? Of course, all this is important. But in the big battles, what is most important? Remember, battles, they last for hours. And at the same time, in ancient time, they have armor, they have a helmet. So in this case, how long can you last? We cannot even last for 5 minutes, you'll be dead. So eventually, for surviving, actual endurance becomes the number one. See, after that, then you talk about, can you have a good skill? How can you perform your skill with a good speed and power? That's become the later. So now the question is that you try to increase the strength, increase your endurance. It's different. Build up the muscles to improve your strength. You need resistance. For example, carry heavy weapons. Yeah, later you can see how they condition the wrist, for example. Because white crane use a lot of wrist to carry a weapon. It's not just a white crane. Actually, all the martial style, the wrist has to be strong to carry weapons. So wrist is always the first place they condition. Can you lead a chi through the grain circulation? When they go to the wrist area, can you carry the weight? For example, this is a staff. Yeah, the staff here, like this is a staff. You can see the staff, can you move the staff? Because the staff, this side is lighter for you, you change this side, it will be heavier. Can you still have this finger going there to control the staff? Okay, of course, this is not, I'm just demonstrating. If I want to train that, then it's different. I have my grain circulation, inhale and exhale. When I reach my hands, my wrist, now I'm using it. Now it's easier because my power is already there. Once you lead a chi there, the power will stay there for at least about 1 minute. It's the same thing, like you push something. You inhale and exhale. When you lead a chi there, the energy will stay there for a while. So that's why you can hold the breath to make the energy manifested. So that's why every time you have grain circulation, it doesn't mean only one strike. When I get my grain circulation, I can have a 2 or 3 strikes, but only one grain circulation. Because it's simply you provide the chi there to activate the muscles already, and the muscles still in the excited states. See, if I try to go this one, the strength is different because this. But you say, okay, I want to train endurance, then become like this. Endurance, I just stay here and hold as long as I can. Because you understand, you hold it for a while, the quality of the tendons, ligaments will start improve. But if I go this kind of exercise, now I build the muscle and tendons, all this connection to here. Now my arms get bigger and bigger. If I go like this, the arm is not get bigger as much, but at the same time, the quality is get better. So this is endurance, the other one is for strength. You understand the concept? Then it's the same thing for every style that train both. You have endurance, you have a strength. Then not only that, you have to understand the speed is also a crucial key. It's skill, no problem. Skill you can learn in 1 day, but can you apply the skill to build the body memory? Because you need a body memory or muscle memory. So your body have a reflexes. It comes from repetition. Those skill, no problem, you practice all the time. So this condition, one more thing condition is speed. So that means, remember, body have 2 kinds of muscles. One is called fast twitch, the other one is a slow twitch. The fast and slow, one is dealing with speed, the other one to deal with power. You overemphasize one, you slow down the other one. For example, you emphasize a lot of speed, then the power is going to be not strong. If you emphasize a lot of power, the speed becomes stagnant. The speed is not as good. So because the reason any kind of martial art training, they have to consider both, they have to develop both equally. But all this happening, it comes from grain circulation. Can you lead the internal chi there to make it happen? Or simply just like do it? You simply like do it, then what makes you difference from the other laymen? They're doing the same thing. That's simply because you can develop internal power, you can enhance the chi, and you can manifest it. That's why you can get stronger. When you can do that, internal chi can be so unlimited. That's why all the be surprised, all this body structure can be conditioned such a high levels beyond normal people can understand. From the Chinese history, there are so many generals. The weapon is so heavy. Yeah. Normal people cannot even carry it. They can stand on horse with a whole heavy weapon and move around. Like a General Guan weapons. It's about 38 kilograms. When you think about it, you have a weapon like that, its entire thing is all metals. According to the history, he chopped the people from the body all the way to the horse, one chop. If somebody have that power with that speed, can you block it? Can you fight it? You don't need too many skill. It's simply he wins you by power, by the speed. That's exactly what happened. If you have that kind of speed and power, the skill, you don't need too many skill. That's in the battle you win. Okay, that's also make your body strong as well. Okay, so once you understand this one, then we're going to use a few examples to show you. Only a few examples. Remember, as I explained, every style they emphasize different things. Some emphasize on same palm, some style emphasize on short training, some style emphasize on head, some emphasize on different things. Because the reason you can apply the same theory from the part 3, that theory concept, the fundamental, you can apply to every technique you want to practice through grain circulation. Okay, the first one we try to explain to you, the fingers. The first one is grabbing. Grabbing exists in every style. Whenever you can, you grab your partner, immobilizing. It's one of the very simple requirements for a 摔跤. 摔跤, that means wrestling. In wrestling, you don't grab, you cannot take enemy down. So grabbing becomes so powerful, a lot of times you tangle with your partners. That means your wrist has to be strong. Not only the wrist has to be strong, has to coordinate with the body structure. In ancient time, when we train, use guava branch. Guava is very strong. It's not like a regular wood, it can break easily. Guava, you have to find a guava with this shape. And you cut it. At that time when I was small, my father used this one, the guava, and make the slingshot for us. And that's the same thing we train. But today you can buy this everywhere. This one's Home Depot, you get it. That's a clamp. And this you can buy sports shop. This is stronger, this is not. So it depends how you do it. But Christians, when I see people train, they always go like this. Okay, what's the difference of this? Okay, first one, two things. First one, they only go this way. All right, which fingers I emphasize? This side. Because this side, more power to squeeze. They forgot this side. That's one thing I see people train. They say, no, they only train one side of the hands. They forgot the other side. You have to turn this side. Now you train both sides now. You understand? Because it doesn't matter what, 5 fingers coordinate with each other. Your enemy is not this shape. So you have to train 5 fingers. So that's the first thing people make mistake. Okay? The second, when you train this kind of grabbing, like this, your mind doesn't get involved too much. You are not using your mind to lead the chi. Then, what's the difference of this one and the other one? So because the reason you start going inhale, exhale. When I feel the chi reach here, you can feel tinkly feeling. This comes from grain circulation practice. Once you feel that, I hold it. Okay, if I hold like that, that's practice my endurance. If I continue to squeeze it, I practice my muscles. Depends how you want to do it. Okay, so it becomes the distance. But in this case, you say, I coordinate from here to here. Is that right? No. What's missing? Every time you grab someone, are you using only your hands or you use the entire body? You forgot your root, forgot your body structure. So because of the reason you can see people going there, yeah, that's for people strengthen here. No, you want to coordinate this one with the entire body. So you inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then you have a 4-gaze breathing. Or you raise up the spirit. Okay, so this become very important part called 抓弓. 抓 is called grabbing, 弓 is bow because it's considered a bow. Because bend and shoot. Okay, 抓弓. Okay, once you understand this one, it's very important. Then the second one, finger speed. Because remember, this one develop your muscles. What's the second one? Speed. So speed is so important. So for this, all you do is just open. I see people go like this. It doesn't help. Say, oh, I can do 180 times. No. You are not training it. You have to be open it, close it, open it, close it. Because you want to train the muscles efficiency to this instead of this. Nobody's going to go let you grab like this. But people say, oh, I can do it. No, you don't do it right. You have to open it. You cheat yourself. You have to open it, close it as fast as you can. Usually in Wai Kong we train 30 seconds, 180 times. You can do it, no problem. You just have to keep pushing it until you get habit. That's a speed training. So you can see this kind of training is so easy. You inhale, exhale. When you inhale, exhale, you can hold the breath for 30 seconds. And fingers continue, because chi continue there, develop the speed muscles. Instead of just, we are now using internal. Everything you try to move, everything you try to apply, you have to have internal until it become habit. The whole idea is doing or not doing. That means become a habit. Regulating or not regulating. Rope. Today you have a nice rope. This rope is so soft. Before the rope, it's not like it's so soft because there's no nylons. There's no, it's all raw material. Okay, it's very important. The fingers, tip. This was training for grabbing the tendons. When grabbing tendons, how much you can concentrate. This not only just training for martial arts, also training for masseur in China. For masseur, in order to manipulate your fascia, in order to feel the tendons, ligaments, muscles, they have to have a sensitivity of fingers. Not even talk about cavity strike. You try to control someone by grabbing the tendons, you have to train this. It's so easy, it doesn't take too long. All you do is just tie it up. Before we tie it up, as tight as you can. 20 knots, for example. Then go there, tie it up. All you do, use finger, inhale, exhale. Feel concentration and feel it, not by looking. And see how fast you can tie it. Pretty soon you find out these 3 fingers become so powerful. It's come from their strength, come from this training, come from brain circulation there and tied it. If you can do that, whenever you control someone's cavity, you lock it, you control it. Yeah, you won't believe how strong my master's fingers is. This all come from all this kind of training. And this kind of training you can do at any time. You watch TV, if you have brain circulation already become habit, you can watch TV. You're still watching, you still can train this because of practice. Yeah, but today, nobody has time. So you want to be good, yeah, I'm sorry you have to spend time. Okay, next one for training the fingers and the wrist and the body discoordination. There's a one way called Panther's walk. Panther's walk is come from the white crane. Supposed to be this one imitate a panther. This one on the floor and the other one go on the floor, like walk like that. This one has to be so strong with the fingers. Yeah, but there's a panther's walk. But it's not too easy. Okay, but the other one is a push up with the fingers. Okay, then get down. Okay, now you can see, use your fingers, start with 4 fingers, 5 fingers, and when you become strong, become 4, become 3, become 2, and become 1. I've not seen anyone use pinky yet. Maybe in the future I hear you can do it. But don't break your fingers, don't sue me. Use a thumb I can do 2 fingers. Sometimes I get injured, so some has to be careful. Okay, from here, the first thing you say, like that, you train your endurance. That means train your quality. You stay there without moving. Okay, then get down. All right, stay there again. You train your quality. Okay, now you push up. Okay, down, up. Okay, you want to train speed. You clap it and then touch down again. Okay, show that. Okay, good. One more time. Okay, then that's not too good yet. Before we trained 3 times and touch down. How about wrist by itself? Only wrist by itself. The first one is wrist. See, if I let this one go and without resist, called stretching. That's I'm stretching. Stretching is good to prevent injury when you practice chin-up. But when I go here and I start push back, called resistance. Now it's different. You cannot see difference, but I feel difference. One is I let you push, the other no, I try to resist you back. See, like this kind of resist back, now I'm conditioning the wrist. This is only one angle. This is the second angle. Remember, only like that is only outside. What's missing? But I always have to remind students, say, what is missing? Grand circulation. So how you do it? Inhale and exhale. Then, once you feel chi, tinkling feeling to the hands through grand circulation, then you condition it. Without this extra energy there, your condition will be shallow. As simple as that. See, the stuff like this is very easy for this. Okay, this kind of training, they keep the tip the same. The second one, keep the tip the same. This is a circle. Okay, the third one is swing up and down, straight up and down, and the sideways. Okay, then go to the tip, moving, and by these hands. That means this side stable, and this side up and down. This is stable, this side stable. Okay, if you can do this one, you find out easy, then get heavier and heavier and heavier. That's how you condition wrist. If the wrist and condition is good, then remember you need both endurance and the strength. In order to have a high levels of a martial performance, either use it for fighting or to perform, the first thing usually traditionally they judge you have a good root. If you don't have a good root, the power it comes from upper body, then it will be shallow. If the power comes from the root, with a firm root, then your power can be manifested strongly. For example, like you try to push something heavy on the ice, you got no root. You can see the power is weak. But you push something with a good root, then on the ground, then yes, you can perform with much better power. Okay? Now, in Chinese, this kind of training is called Qian Zui. Qian is 1,000, Jin is kilogram, Zui, that means drop. There's a question for the Qian Zui routine, you try to understand. There's 2 ways to build a routine. One way is from physical. Remember, from the center of gravity to the ground, this distance, since you are born, you start learning to walk, you continue to adjust. So your mind subconsciously already registers this distance. See, that's why you can walk, you can put this leg out. If your mind is underneath the feet, then you get stuck there. Your mind is shorter than this one, now you can jump. See, because the mind already registered this one, so you know this is the right distance. In order for me to jump, my mind has to be up. In order for me to root, the mind has to be down. So, because the reason this distance is important. So usually, physically, you want to improve your routine. If people squat down, it's very simple. For simple pushing hand, people squat down for beginners. When they push down, when they squat down, what happens? This distance, because you already registered, now you can go under the ground. So that means the lower you got, the better root you got. It's from physically. But questions, a lot of masters, when they get older and older, they cannot do that. Because physically, they get fatigued easily. They try to conserve energy as much as possible. So because of the reason they cannot squat down too much, then that's why you have to use a mental. What's a mental? First one, you have the same distance, your physical body going down, the distance go into underground. The second one, extend mentally. Your mind can extend from this distance to any distance as you want. That's become very important mental training. You can see a lot of old masters, they are very old. They don't even stand low. You cannot even push them because the root is so deep. It's through the mental. They can adjust the distance, then they can feel the bottom of your feet grounded to the ground. So this ground feeling is so important. But most important is not stationary. See, stationary is only the beginning of a training. So when you have a stationary training, you have a routine. Can you run with a routine? Because in the battles or in a fight, you can ask the enemy, stay there, don't move. You'll be fighting with movements. But every time you step, do you have a route? For example, Bagua Zhang, they emphasize so much of this one. They call like a walking in the mud. So they call Tang Ni Bu. So when you walk, it's not like this. You feel like it very closely to the ground. Because in ancient times, most of our battles is not in the concrete. It's in the rough surface. So that means your leg can step on the rock, step on the stone, whatever. You can fall. Once you fall, you get trouble because you have armor. You cannot get up easily. Enemy kill you. So because the reason the foot always stick to the ground as much as possible. When you touch it, can you have a good root? When you jump something, you land it, can you have a good root, firm root? Or you jump it, you fall. That's become very important part. Can you run on the log? That's why they use on the log. The different log they pile up, but you run on the top, the log will roll and will move around. So do you have enough time to touch it, feel the root before you go to the next one? All this training, it becomes so important, especially in ancient time. That's a traditional training. But the first step is come from brick training. So in order to do this one, shall show you 3 examples of this routine training. Of course, you understand the theory, you can always create a lot of training based on the right concept. The bricks is everywhere since ancient time. That's the best way to train. The brick break easily. So we discover, you buy the brick, you put the tape around it, you don't break as easy. Before we keep break it, but now we don't break it easily now. But of course, it's cheating a little bit. But anyway, the first thing is try to see how you feel. With your foot here, your mind feel here, or your mind feel here. See, for example, when I start training, this is my feeling of feet is to the ground. This one is to brick. If my mind on the top, now I'm not connected to the ground. It's not rooted. Yeah. Because this reason, these are always the first things. When you train, always a few key things first you train. The first one can get down, get up, get down, get up. I still have that roots. That's the easiest one. Second one, can you twist it without falling? And the third one, can you move the waist without falling? After that, can you manifest the power without falling? See, if you can manifest the power without falling, hey, you got the keys. And start with the one like this, and slowly you go like this. This one still can do good, and start go like this. And each time you increase a little bit until you can get as high as you can. Depends how good you are. Later you're going to see some of the students, they've been training. Not only that, this only for this, but rooting for this is not enough because the enemy cannot stand this one facing you. So you have to be forward and backwards as well. You have to be able to shift forward and backwards. And it becomes difficult. Especially go like this. 2 already difficult. Go to 4, that is very difficult. Okay, so that's become brick training. As I mentioned, when you stand on top here, where's your mind? Your mind cannot be here. Your mind cannot be here. Your mind has to be on the bottom and build a connection. Remember, we're talking about training your mind. But once your mind will be able to adjust, go to the bottom, when you take the brick off, you can adjust your mind immediately to the deep. Nobody can move you around. That's a routine training. But again, this routine training, the grand circle you use is not from here. Because remember, I mentioned about the chi channels from the dantian to the leg. It's wide open. That's why the leg is so big. And there's 4 vessels in each leg. So it's very simple. All you do is just think and doing that. When you start doing the hands, become 4 gates breathing, then you need grand circulation, become 4 gates breathing, and become 4 gates breathing when you train. Otherwise, for routine only, for this training, you don't need to. There's no grand circulation, actually it's directed to the leg. Once you have that mentality, then you take the brick off, now you can see you're very rooted. Alright, what's the crucial key of a rooted? These 3 sections has to be flexible. If these 3 sections get stuck, stiff, you're gonna fall. If these 3 sections flexible, yes, you can stand there stable. It's the same thing in pushing hand. If those people, these 3 sections is not strong, flexible, they lose. Another example, you try to see. The first one you can see is stand on a brick, but there's no target. Because the reason you simply focusing as deep as possible. But now, when you're in a battle situation, the root has to be against some object. So because reason, the first object is to push against a tree, push against the wall. Okay, that's become very important part. Because when you push it, the energy here and the leg is 4 gates. You have to be balanced. They still remain center. Okay, I use a Nikki's back as a wall. Show you example. If this is a wall, you can use a tree, you can use anything, as long as it's resistible. Yeah, you can use a small tree. The small tree is more flexible. When you push it, it bounces you back. That will help you for training power. Because a tree, you pick a big tree, it cannot move it at all. Then that kind of power you push it is not for the Jing training. You want to train Jing training, usually they find the tree about this size. So you can push it. When you push it, then the tree is going to bounce you back. That's how you practice the Jing training to penetrate. Okay? The same thing like this one, when I push it, my mind is to be in the center. So I inhale, go to grand circulation, and exhale, push it. When I push it, this one down and push it forward at the same time. So this kind of training, thank you. You can push the wall and push the tree. Okay, sometimes we practice, you find the branch about horizontal. A lot of pine tree, you can see branch go this way. You find up and push it with that. Okay, so that will help you build up the foundation of a routine, because without a routine, it cannot push this power out. Okay, so this is pushing the wall. And the last one, you push it against each other. Push it against each other, that means you cannot find a wall, but push it against each other because your opponent is alive. So it's almost like a competition. It's go to the center, and he go to the center. Both go to the center. So from this center, again, you try to use a grand circulation and see how fast you can do it. Okay, now you can see where's my hands, okay? Now you can see where's Nikki's hand on my center of gravities. I'm here. So again, I inhale, I did the chi up, through the da zui. From the da zui, I go to my arm. Then I push it. So from here you can see, this one you can manipulate. When you push me, then I can move sideways and this way. So try to redirect his power. So that means it's not go like this completely. Of course, you try to track him. So he try to move, I try to track him, I still continue. So there's a feeling, develop the feeling. From their feeling, it connected to the root. Without good root, this one cannot be manipulated easily.